Take two. Take two. Trying again here. You might need to reboot. I apologize. I'm going to see now if this is working because view my channel. We are live. Yes. Okay.
Take two.
Another minute to
Trying
find me.
again here.
I apologize.
You might need to reboot.
I apologize for that. We had a little bit of a problem. And so here we go. Here we go. Hopefully you guys will find me again. I got to get this open so that I can see the chat. I've got one watching, but yes, hopefully people will make their way here again. I apologize. Let's clear this. It kind of feels a little Mercury retrograde, which is coming up soon. What day? I'm not exactly sure, but we are definitely pre-shadow for Mercury retrograde. Excellent. Jessica's found us again, and whoever else was over there hopefully will find us again. So, clear the decks. Clear everything. Clear the energy. Start fresh. We had a mishap with the computer OBS connecting to the YouTube, but now we're here and we are good, and everything is good. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing okay and surviving the cray-cray. Fuck. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Of course I am. It's my channel. Yeah, energy has been insane. 24 hours. I don't know if you watched my earlier video, but if you didn't, karma is definitely being cleared. I got my karmic bill served to me last night, and a nice little slap on the wrist and said, you know, hey, I see you judging, and that's not acceptable. You're gonna have to remember one or two things that you did. So yes, I've been served. Have you been served? And if so, what's coming up energetically? Our first card up today is card number 4. We have summoning power, instinct, intellect, and control. If you think you have control over any of this situation, you do not. You do not. So I'm going to go back here so I can see the camera here. So we've got this beautiful lady here in a full moon energy coming in, some wolf energy presenting, that is, you know, her protectors, a little bit of protection energy. They've got their eye on everything that she can't necessarily see, but she's pulling in energy from the divine into purification. Look, it's all white. White wolves, white dress, whitish moon in the background. So we are pulling in what is in our highest and greatest good. That doesn't necessarily mean that's going to feel good. And this is where people get it wrong, is, you know, I certainly got it wrong, is, you know, in manifestation, we think we're pulling in, we're summoning, and we're saying, I want to be in my highest and greatest vibration. I want to be in alignment with soul. I want to be so, and Spirit's like, do you? Do you really? I'm going to ask you that again, if you really, because when we summon in the energy to be in alignment, that means everything that's out of alignment needs to come up. And that means maybe there's some karmic bills to pay. And maybe there's some truth to face. And maybe there's some stuff that we need to see from a higher perspective that's not going to be the best sensation while we are experiencing it. It might feel overwhelming, but what is coming in for us is a higher level of awareness. When we sit in a position of higher levels of awareness, we have a greater level of intellect over situations. You know, our intellect, we can see things and go, okay, I see how this became this. It becomes full circle. And then we go, okay, I can tidy that up now. I can close down that karmic cycle and I can begin something new. So where we were judging, it's going to come back around, smack you on the ass. Where we were, you know, thinking that we were better than somebody else because of something, it's going to come right back around and smack you on the ass. It's just going to keep coming around. So be careful when we summon our highest and greatest, because that means we get taught lessons. And not all those lessons are fun lessons. So summoning power. I like how it also says instinct and intellect, and we've got two wolves. It's like the combining of the two halves of our brain. One half of our brain in the feminine energy, one half in our brain in the masculine energy. When those come together is when we actually have wisdom. So we use the feminine intuitive knowing, and we use the masculine intellect, knowledge-based knowing. We put those two together, and then we're like, oh, wow. I get it now. I get it. I get it. I get it. A little bit humbled. I get it. Or a lot humbled. A lot humbled. Next up, we're going to hop into the dark mirror because we're not afraid to go into the shadows because that's what's being served to us right now. And we've had this card so many times. It's like every time I pull this deck, this is the card. Card number 22, I won't cry for you. And we have this woman who is crying out tears of blood. Well, that's a little like, ouch, isn't it? Maybe you should, is what I'm saying, is maybe you should, and then it won't be so bloody and painful when we do it. If we start embracing our tears a little bit more and allowing ourselves to experience the emotions that need to come in, sitting in the emotions, allowing ourselves to cry for our inner child and not getting an ego of, I'm not going to cry over this. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'll just get busy, or I'll just get distracted, or I'll just get distorted. I'll just jump into something else. I'm not going to feel anything. I'm fine. Fine. And then when you do experience emotion, it's so overwhelming that it's like the most painful suffering that you could possibly imagine. So how about we do cry? We cry for our inner child, we cry for our inner teenager, we cry for our inner woman, we cry for all of the experiences, we cry for the people that came and left, we cry. Okay, so we are not going to deny ourselves our emotions anymore. We're going to feel them fully and understand. Yes, learning to sit with tears, exactly. We are learning through the process of releasing trapped emotions inside of us. We don't want it to be a bloody mess. I've said in so many videos, you know, our attitudes towards crying and towards emotion is as if we said to somebody, you know, you're only allowed to pee once a day. That's the only time you're allowed to pee. Emotions are as important release as urination. And if you didn't allow yourself to cry, if you were like, I'm not gonna pee, then you'd be having a bloody pee mess too, because it would be cystitis and it would be uncomfortable and painful. So with each tear, we're learning, we're getting little gifts from each, because we are releasing all of the stuff that no longer serves us. We are mourning the losses, the grief, the life that we wish we had, all the painful memories. We're releasing. We need to do that. Shadow and Light Oracle coming up next. And I got two that are stuck together, so let's keep them both. Why not? We have card number 5, card number 28. And first one out, self-doubt versus hope. So we can see here a shadowy version of self. And then in behind, what even... Oh, I see. She's got her head down like this. I was like, what has happened to her head? She's got her head down. And then this younger version of like, I have hope, I'm being pulled. So the doubt part of this awakening process is a very strong energy that plagues throughout, because our ego mind would like to have everything like laid out for us. And that includes, you know, a nice description of what soul has intended for us. Unfortunately, we're not given all of that. And so this awakening journey as itself, it is full of doubt. And don't worry if you're in doubt. That's part of the process, because it forces you, even in the position that she's in, this kind of curled in, it forces you to look within and have faith in something that you can't see. Have faith in something that you have to just believe in, that things are going to get better. The more we release, the more we summon our soul into ourselves and open ourselves to the divine, we have to have hope that things are eventually going to get better. So it reminds me of the mantra, this too shall pass. So as these winds of change, because you can see this swirling vortex of winds, leaves getting blown here and there and everywhere. It's kind of this birds flying, so much is happening. It's kind of a whirlwind of energy that's coming in and transmuting through, of like, oh my God, I am feeling like crap right now. Oh, wait a second, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling like crap again. Oh, so understand that it's going to be a little bit of this kind of energy as we're purging out and releasing all of the things that need to be cleared out and need to be released and need to be let go of. And next up we have card number 28, and I love this card because it is freedom versus sacrifice. So we're looking at the situations head on. Very clearly seeing, okay, let's look and identify at times in our lives while we've been in a self-sacrificing energy. We do not need to sacrifice self anymore. We need to free ourselves from those previous behaviors. I'm going to use all my time, my energy, my everything to help control everybody else around me so that I can have a false sense of freedom. No. We're going to let go of all of the doing outside of ourselves. We're going to let go of self-sacrifice, the people-pleasing, the nailing oneself on the cross, going, it's all right, I'll do it. No, sorry, can't do it. I'm busy today. Oh, you're busy? What are you doing? None of your business. It is nobody's business what you're doing. If all you're doing is nothing, hey, that's you enjoying your freedom. So self-sacrifice is no more. We're letting go of that and just gonna sit and stare at the possibility of what could be in front of us. I love this because kind of within her face is this murmurization of all the birds, and they just intuitively know to flow this way and to flow that way. So this is telling me that in freedom is where we find flow, and flow is when we just allow ourselves to be taken. In this moment, I feel like eating. In this moment, I feel I'm going to be taken. Oh, I feel like having a salt bath and it's going to cleanse my energy. In this moment, whoa, I feel heavy, dark, dense energy. I'm going to allow myself to curl up into a ball, listen to some soothing music, and take it easy. I'm going to just allow myself to freely be in flow and understand that the flow might take this dive and this dive really quickly, but also ultimately it's better to flow and dive with it than to sacrifice ourselves and try to control it, because self-sacrifice is actually an attempt for control. I'm going to control how other people act and how other people feel by making them better. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do that because then you're not going to be stressed out. And if you're not stressed out, then I won't be stressed out. So it is an energy that is on the surface, it looks one way. On the surface, it looks like I'm doing acts of kindness. Underneath, it's very manipulative. It is very manipulative. It's like, I don't feel safe on my own standing up for myself. So I need you to feel safe so I can feel safe. I need you to feel happy so I can feel happy. I am dependent on your emotions, so there you go. Yes, see, so I like this woman. She's so serene. She's like, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you're happy or not happy. You're not my problem. You're in charge of your emotions and your responsibilities. You go flow with your own murmurization, and I'm going to flow with mine. I'm going to just I'm going to sit serenely and observe. I see what's happening. I see. Next, let's hop into the Work Your Light Oracle. So a lot of my decks today were like light and dark kind of themes. If you ever want to donate a deck to me, by the way, in the description, oh, look, I'm throwing cards on the floor. I have my Amazon wish list. It's always nice to get new decks in, because then you get all kinds of, because each deck has its own vibe. Okay, I'm going to take all of these. Why the frig not? We're going through this. We got time. We can do... They all jumped out, so I figured they all want to be heard. Ooh, I like it. We have protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. So look at these lovely ladies. They're like going through the like... Look at that. Ooh, I like it. No. You're not going to fuck with me no more. I'm unfuckwithable. That's the word of the day today. Unfuckwithable. We all need to become unfuckwithable by having our own protection coming up. And, loving self so much. So these women are in like pink. So like unconditional love for self. I'm going to take care of self. I'm going to protect self from outer things. We've got this beautiful indigo energy, as well as this kind of blurply color. So it's like I'm connected to the higher realms, and I'm going to call in Archangel Michael, and I'm going to say, Michael, put a circle of protection around me and protect me from anything that's not in my highest and greatest good. I am anything that's in the darkness. I love this. Look, we've got like this circle. I got to come in this way. Circle around of light. So we are going to place ourselves within that bubble of light, within a bubble of light for our greater protection. Calling our power back. If I've left bits of myself with this relationship, with that person in that city, in that country, I'm going to call all of my power back to me. Anything that is left out there in the astral realm, I am calling that power in, and I am asking to cut cords with anybody that is siphoning my energy any which way. Now, awesome dude for cutting cords is Steve Noble here on YouTube. I absolutely love his cord cutting meditations. So I'm going to do that today is what I'm going to do. Again, I've done it multiple times. He has a good few of them. I absolutely adore his things. Because what we're doing is we are breaking the chains. Yes, break the chains. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So that we have this woman who has escaped, I think, from this, I gotta go this way, escaped from this cave that she was in, and she's freeing herself into this, look at all these beautiful spiritual orbs and energy flowing, again, a pink, beautiful dress. I love it. You can see in behind her, it's like ancestral energy that has gone deep within the darkness that is slowly working its way out. And they're like just cheering her on, going, yes, get out of here. Be free. Be free. Don't do what we did. Don't repress and don't cry. Don't do that. Don't doubt yourself. Be free. Be free. Be free. Be free. Lots of freedom. Go be free in the world. Feel the greater protection. So yes, break the chains. Cycles. Break the chains. That's what we are. We are here to break karmic habits. So karma comes right back around to teach you something. So there I was, sitting on my high horse, thinking I was like, oh, I've got all my shit together, look at all these things I've changed about myself, and I'm in this much higher energy. And I was sneering my nose down at somebody who was in player energy, and I was like, oh, that's gross. That's gross. And then Spirit went, yeah, do you remember when you were in that energy? Yeah. So that came, and okay, yep. I've learned and broken the chain. I'm not longer going to sit in judgment over something that I myself did that I shoved into the shadow and pretended that because I was no longer in that energy that, you know, I'm better than them. And Spirit was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Because Soul Family will come along. And next card up is we have Soul Family. So we've got mirroring happening here. Mirroring as we see soul connections coming in. I'm liking the whale energy jumping in the background as well as dolphins. Kind of the whales are saying, listen, I'm freeing myself from the depths of the shadow. And so that I can be lighter and more playful, dolphin energy. So when we see something in somebody else that we are like, I don't like that, then we need to go sit in it because somewhere inside of us is some shadow at play. And equally said, when we call in energy and we see something in somebody else and we're like, oh my God, they're so amazing, they're nifty, they're the best ever, that is also showing us our light. So both our dark and our light are expressed through our connections with others and how we respond to them. So as we call in our tribe, is a wonderful thing because soul tribe usually is going to reflect to us our lighter aspects, whereas karmic connections reflect back to us our less desirable shadow traits. And so that's why they're called karmic partners and karmic relationships, because they're teaching us karmic lessons that we can let go of the dark, free ourselves from these caves that we previously were in, and move forward into such much lighter, brighter vibe. Like, look at this. This is so lovely. Pinks and aquas. Aquas, all about throat chakra, all about communication, being in authenticity, and you know, surrounded by love and joy and playfulness, and on this beautiful, like, I don't know, it's like heather is what they're all sitting in. It's a beautiful card. Love Soul Family. Love Soul Tribe. Thank you, Soul Family, Soul Tribe, for showing us who we truly are. Because who we truly are is beings of light that have been here doing this time and time again for many millennia. And next up we have the Akasha. Akasha is talking about your guidance is divinely guided. It is. So we have this woman that's walking in the background. Then again, all we see is like she's ascending up. She's gone up a flight of stairs and is pulling herself up out of the like black and white thinking and the dismal kind of energy, and moving up into this like beautiful, authentic, surrounded by love, surrounded by light, and walking through. So this kind of card reminds me actually of like the processes of enlightenment, which is to pull ourselves up kind of out of hell. And then we spend a period of time in kind of purgatory, and then we continue on the path, and we're moving on up into creating our own heaven here on earth. And look, she's walking towards her own heaven right here on earth. This doorway into the divine, this doorway into light. So this is a very nice card because, yes, we've been working very hard to clear karmic patterns, to break free of cycles as we've been moving up. And as we do, you know, we're being supported along the journey, not only from Soul Tribe, but we're also being supported by the divine who is guiding this. And so we surrender into it and we say, okay, yes, I surrender, and I surrender some more. I've learned more lessons. I've learned to be more humble. I've learned to be less this, more that. All of these are good things. And on this path, I love this, we have next up the card Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So as we learn these hard, difficult lessons that we have experiencing, we need to learn to reparent ourselves. We need to learn to forgive ourselves. We need to hold ourselves in compassion. Maybe some of those energies are energies you've never experienced, depending on your own relationship with your mother. If you were raised in an environment that was all traumatic, or, she herself, remember, we're not judging the mother because she herself was in the ancestral line. See all these in the background. Going deeper and deeper into the cave. It's a karmic cycle that gets passed on from generation to generation to generation. So if she wasn't raised with compassion because she was raised in the energy of, I'm going to hold it all in and I'm going to be bitter, nasty kind of energy, because she herself had long lost faith in situations, then what happens is she can't give what she doesn't have. If nobody gave it to her, then she can't give it to you. And that goes back generation after generation after generation. That the card with the cave, wherever that one went. Here, card with the cave. And so what we're doing now is we're breaking the cycles of this and freeing ourselves so that we can start to give ourselves the love, the compassion, the allowing ourselves to feel our feels, allowing ourselves to feel genuine, authentic emotion and genuine, authentic way of being. And we do that by reparenting ourselves. Sorry. Some of that smoke went up my throat. So throat clearing is definitely coming up here. Heart clearing is definitely coming up here as we speak from a place of clarity to ourselves. Loving, divine, compassionate energy. If you're not speaking to yourself like that, then you need to correct it. I love this. Don't you just want to be curled up in her little arms and taken care of? Yes, so do that to yourself. Curl yourself up in your own little arms and take care of yourself. Loving on yourself. Even she's holding herself, like her heart chakra, and she's, she's humbled. She's looking down. She's like, I know you made mistakes. It's okay. It's okay. That's how we learn. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. You are still loved by the divine. You are still a being of light. So it doesn't matter. You are still in this process of being transported. You are doing incredible warrior work as you're clearing off these energies. And then next up we have Pleiades energy. So Pleiades energy is reminding us that we're here on a double mission. Channeling and uplifting humanity. Yes. So I've talked a good bit about mission. And so it was like there's multiple missions at play at the same time. We came down here as starseeds, as light workers, and were embedded into dark situations, dark lineages, to break karmic. But we forgot who we were. So then we got distracted and got all busy looking at the 3D world, thinking that this was our mission. Our mission is all about the 3D world and what we go and do out there. And no. There's a secret mission at play, and the secret mission is to learn to be our authentic selves, to learn how to express ourselves and summon our power back and stand in our own truth and authenticity so that we break these cycles and these chains that previously kept us cycling on the karmic wheel over and over and over and over again. So when we shut down karma through experiencing the stuff that we and taking ownership over the stuff that we ourselves did and understand how that cycle goes back and go, okay, and then we learn from it and we ascend from it. We lift ourselves up out of the darkness, up this staircase into our greater authenticity, surrounded by divine love. So there's more than one mission. Just the ultimate mission is not like, oh, this is what I do. I go out and I do oracle reads on YouTube, or I am building a charity and I take care of orphan children. All of those are fantastic missions. But there's a double mission. That's the point. The double mission is the stuff that's you're just doing by being, by healing, by doing, the meditations, by loving on yourself, by learning to reparent yourself. That is what's helping ascend your vibration. Somebody sent me today, and it was just a jokey kind of video on, look at star workers being high vibe. Do you know what high vibe is? Real high vibe is being authentic. That is the most authentic vibe you can be. So that means being imperfect. That means being shadow and light. That means expressing the less than pleasant things. That means ownership. That means authenticity. That means being depressed if you're depressed. Feeling the emotions, crying, being messy. That's what being high vibe means. It means being. Being fully human, experiencing it all. God did not send anyone down here to just be happy. That wasn't the mission. The mission was go experience life fully, completely. Shut down these cycles of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. This is about learning the hard way. The hard way. And then when we clear the karma, it's like we're clipping all of the little chains that are holding us down and forcing us to repeat patterns over and over again. So when we learn the karma, we clear the karma, and then we're like, oh, I can ascend a little bit higher. And I can ascend a little bit higher, and I can keep ascending a little bit higher. And as we ascend a little bit higher, we radiate out and vibrate out an energy that gives other people permission to do it too. So just by being it is the second mission, the double mission. You're undercover right now. So wherever you're working, you're undercover. You're doing the work just by being. Doesn't matter what your job is, like people think, oh, well, I should be doing something more spiritual than working in this shop. No. You're doing your mission working in the shop, because every person that you talk to, if you're being in your authenticity, you are vibrating out a light and you are emitting energy that tells them that it's okay for them to do that too. Let's next go into the Healing Spirits Oracle. Oh, good. We have, what a beautiful card reading so far. It is uplifting, which is nice to hear. Because that's what we need, a little bit of uplifting to help us hold on in the dark times. It's not to help us negate the dark times or the hard times. It's to help us elevate through the dark times. You have to go through it. You have to sit in it. You have to be in it. It's warrior work. That's why I call you guys all warriors. And then we have a lovely message coming in from the Healing Spirits Oracle, number 32. When it feels right, do it. Do it. So, like, this is a beautiful, inspirited color. We've got all this purple energy around of just, I am inspired to do something. I am inspired to make change. I am inspired to eat something right now. It doesn't matter how big or small. When you have that tingle of like, I want, do it. Do it. Practice it. In fact, the more you practice doing the little things, it'll make the big things easier. So this is like a practice of presence, of being in the now. If every moment you're in the now and you're like, what do I want now? What do I want now? What do I want now? If you're always in the now, and practicing being in the now and giving your body, your emotions, your mind, your spirit, everything, like check in. It's like, hey, everybody, let's have a business meeting. What do we want right now? And ego's going to say, I want you to clean. I want you to take care of this. I want you to do that. And we're going to say, okay, thanks for your opinion, ego. Everybody else? Anybody else have any opinions? And then inner child's going to go, I really want to play. I want to play. Can we play? And then we're going to, okay, thanks. I'm going to take that one into advisement as well. And then body's going to say, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And we're going to say, okay, so we're going to get a little bite to eat and then we're going to go play. And ego's going to say, that's not what I said I wanted. And we're going to say, sorry, not today, ego, not today. The laundry will get done, just not right now. We've got higher priorities. Our higher priorities are nutrition for body who's hungry and needs some attention. And then inner child really hasn't had much of my attention lately. So I'm going to give inner child a little bit of time. And then how about when I come home, if I'm still okay, we might do laundry if I'm still feeling okay. Is that okay, ego? And ego's going to be like, no, that's not okay. You're doing it wrong. You should do this. You should do that. And we're going to say, I know. We're going to reparent that little ego too. I know. It'll get done. Nobody's going to judge you for having the laundry there. And if they do, well, we're going to free ourselves from self-sacrifice and having to worry what everybody else thinks about how we're living our lives. If they're sitting in judgmental energy, that's their issue, not mine. Because I'm going to hope that it's all going to figure itself out in the long run. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do what feels right when it feels right. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If you get a niggling, this feels off, something feels off, intuition. Didn't we start with intuition at the beginning? No, instinct. If we get an intuitive hit that something feels off, it's off. Trust that stuff before you get a tattoo on your chest that you need to find a second tattoo artist to finish. And you lose a lot of money in the process. Always trust your intuitive voice. When it feels right, do it. When it feels wrong, don't do it. Feeling. The more we practice feeling, the stronger we get our instincts and our intuitive center gets. So people are like, how do I learn to trust my intuition? Feel it. That's how. Feel it. Lean into it. Especially all those little niggly things that you hear. I'll get the weirdest messages from spirit, hold the handrail. And anytime I'm I don't need to hold the handrail, I'm fine. And then I go, and I fall down the stairs and I go, oh yeah, hold the handrail. Okay, I got it. I'll hold the handrail next time. Or grab onto that glass, it's about to break. I'm it's fine. I've got it. Yeah. Yep. Listen. Feel it. Learn. Spirit likes to teach you the hard way. We're learning lessons the hard way right now. We've got 2 cards that have just popped out. This is the Inner Child Oracle. We were talking about listening to our inner child, so it's a good thing that we have this here. We have card number 35 and card number 32, and that's 2 32s there. I always love it when they are doubled up numbers. No, that's our only double up today. So we have 32 is our doubled numerics today. And first 35, there is hope ahead. Okay, so there's a double up message. We've gotten hope. So when we stop the self-doubt and move more into hope, we've got, there is hope ahead. Have courage. Take heart, for there is hope. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this card. If that's not the most kind of heavenly, angelic, beautiful temples of light. Temples of light. But you see, in behind her, there's a lot of shadow still. A lot of shadow. So yes, we need to transmute all the shadow. And how do we do that? In part, card number 32 is set boundaries. Boundaries is coming up. So we were back doing self-sacrificing. Instead of doing self-sacrificing, we're erecting much stronger boundaries. Claim your power. So this is, again, we've had this message of pull your power back, claim your power back. Claim your power and know your value today? That's a big one. So here, let's have a look at this card. It's, they're in this protected building, strong energies. I can build walls. I can say no. I can protect myself as needed. Because where I am going is this heavenly place. And so I am not going to allow myself to get pulled this way or pulled that way. I have a mission. I'm moving this way. I'm moving forward from this point forth. And I love it because look. Going into all this like beautiful divine energy at the other end of this portal. So we have had a couple of like doorways present and portal energies present. We have the doorway we have escaped from, the hell that we were once in this dark cave. We have another doorway portal in the Akasha, which is once we walk through this gateway, we're into pure light. And now we have a third doorway or portal that is bringing us into this beautiful divine energy with the darkness all in behind us. And this too even has this like kind of pillars of light, this portal energy that's kind of like this bridge. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like these structures. I also like these walls because in boundaries, we're able to see through these walls. They're not like the ice wall in the Game of Thrones where you're like so secluded that you're not letting anyone in. People can see you. You can have interactions with people. You just need to walk over here and talk to somebody through these pillars. And you can say, well, if you want to come with me, then these are the rules. This is what's happening. But I'm not going to allow myself to get pulled outside of my own protection here. So yes, you want strong boundaries. You don't want like ironclad, nobody can get in boundaries. And you also don't want no boundaries. So it's finding a happy medium in the world of setting boundaries. Learning to say no. Let's see what the angelic kingdom has to say to us from the Angel of Light Oracle. And I had that wrong. I always thought this was called the Angels of Wisdom Oracle. Oops. This is Diane Cooper's. This was one of my first decks from like 20 years ago. I long ago lost the box, but there's the little booklet. Angels of Light. That's our card, a well chewed on card, in fact. Synchronicities! Yay! I love synchronicities. Synchronicities are like kind of what I refer to as like God winks. Or, they're thumbs ups from the divine that says, you're going in the right direction. I don't worry too much about what individual angel numbers mean. Like I don't go searching, although I guess if you want to search today, you can search for 3232 and see what that message means. That in itself is a synchronicity for me because it's a number combination that I use frequently. But synchronicities are like, yeah. You're on the right path. You're going the right way. You're doing the right things. You're doing the work. You've got this. Everything is okay. So Synchronicities says, there is no such thing as chance in our incredible universe. The coincidences and synchronicities are carefully orchestrated by your guides and angels, so recognize them as the hand of spirit. Rejoice when you notice them, for they are the angels' messages to you that you are on the right path. Start to expect them and look for them. Be aware that there is a divine reason behind them and consider what the message or lesson is. Synchronicity is also a reminder to you that all things happen in divine timing. Ooh, that one's a little bit like a smack in the backside of my head by a fry pan from Spirit for me, because I often think, or my ego often thinks, that I can control the timing of things. I can make things happen or not happen if I just work a little bit harder. And Spirit has, hit me over the head so many times now. I'm like, okay, I get it. There's nothing I can or cannot do to speed this process up any faster. So I just have to surrender. And we had surrender, right? No, I was talking about surrender, but we just have to surrender into the divine time of it. And listen, the affirmation for us to write down and repeat often is all things happen in perfect timing. That's not your timing. It's not. Perfect timing for my egoic mind would have been for my legal battle to be finished, before it even began. That would have been my ego's definition of perfect timing. But divine timing had other plans in place because the way things all landed is my soul kids are now live with me. Now, if I had never had the legal battle, and it wouldn't have maybe turned out this way. So I couldn't have foreseen that happening. 2 of these just came to me last year. So I wouldn't have been able to foresee that. So divine time has a way of making you go, oh, I get it now. I get why this had to have this delay and that delay so that I could learn this lesson and that lesson, and there was karma involved. So there is nothing you can do to speed up divine time. 0 things can do to speed it up. Things will come when things are meant to arrive for you. And divine time is slower than island time. Like I joke island time because, it's a little chill. We take things on our own time. Yeah, divine time's like a way even more like chill. You're like, what's my mission? Give me the guidance. Which way do I go? What am I doing? Please help me. This is stressing me out. And Spirit is like, here, 11:11. And you're like, that's not the answer I was looking for. Please show me the way. Show me the way. Swans. You're like, come on. Just show me the way. Just show me the way. And Spirit is showing you the way. It's saying, you're going the right way. That's what Spirit is going to say to you when you get the same name over and over and over again, or a certain image that means something to you, or a song comes on that has a meaning, or, 222, 222, 222. Yes, that's what Spirit is like. You're doing good. Keep going. And you're like, but where am I going? What is happening? Good, doing good. Keep going. Keep going. So I repeat our affirmation to remind us is all things happen in perfect timing. It's just not your definition of perfect. But it is perfect. It is perfect according to the divine. Let's catch up on some comments here. We've got first time here. Nice. The shower of wisdom and lessons. Lovely. Welcome. And then a message went away. So this deck here is going to be my final card. So if you want a specific card for you pulled, put it in the chat now, and I will pull a card from a different deck for you. But because this self-care inspirational oracle deck, and I'm shuffling it in my lap because it's the largest deck I have. Like, there's so many cards. It's so... so yes, if you would like an individual card pulled for you, let me know in the chat, because this will be our final affirmation that comes through. Okay, what do we have? We got 3. I'm gonna keep all 3. Why not? Why not? We got time. We got time on our minds. We've got, so for my numbers people, card number 51, card number 24, card number 30. So a lot of 30s. A lot of 30s is happening. So first we have, the perfect man of old looked after himself first before looking to help others. And that is a quote by Chuang Tzu. I repeat, the perfect man of old looked after himself before looking to help others. So yes, your mission, remember that divine mission that I told you about, is to focus on you first, putting your self-love first, self-forgiveness first, self-care first, self first. Because you need to heal, transmute, release, do all the things that you need to do so you are in your strongest and most powerful energy. Authenticity, remember, is the highest vibe, not positive vibes. You don't have to be happy. You just have to be real. I'm really depressed today. That's okay. Just be real. Just be yourself and look after yourself first. So we're reparenting ourselves before we go out into the world and try to help other people. And the card, the little message that comes with this particular card is, take some time to be outside this evening. Ooh, it's a little chilly here, but I'll try. Breathe in the fresh air and breathe out the stresses of the day. Watch the sunset or reflect on the vastness of the universe as you stargaze. Enjoy Mother Nature and all she has to offer. So this is a reminder for those of us that haven't gotten outside. It's been very snowy. But for those of us who haven't gotten outside as much as we should have, it's time to return to the outer realm to just be in that energy and take care of ourselves first through connecting to Mama Nature. That reparenting card will go back to Star Mother, wants us to reparent ourselves. And one way to reparent ourselves is to get in touch with Mama Nature. And then we have another quote, and this one from the Dalai Lama, which is one of my personal heroes. If you feel burnout setting in, if you feel demoralized and exhausted, it is best for the sake of everyone to withdraw and restore yourself, which ties very much into this one of saying take care of yourself first. Okay, so if you're getting any signals that you're tired, you're run down, you're overwhelmed, you're having emotions, I'm sorry, I'm not available for everybody else right now. I gotta take some boundaries. I've erected some boundaries. I'm gonna take some me time. What? You've been in me time for like a month, a year, 5 years. Yeah, I'm still taking me time. I'll let you know when I'm available with more energy to be in you time, but it's me time still. So it gives us another little tidbit of what you could do for self-care is to walk to your favorite coffee shop for an afternoon pick-me-up or brew a cup of tea as you take a few minutes to reflect and recharge. Now, I'm going to personally say I think that's ridiculous advice. If you're feeling run down, the last thing you need is coffee, unless it's decaf. If you were feeling run down, brew yourself some chamomile tea or valerian root tea and go and have a nap. If you are trying to push through your tiredness through the use of caffeine, you are only pushing your tiredness down the road a little bit. And then you're going to meet it again down the road. And then you're going to be even more tired and more burnt out because you keep pushing it off until karma, remember we started with karma bills are being handed out. Karma's going to say to you, yeah, you owe me 1,000 hours of sleep because you've been kicking your tiredness down the path this long, and now you owe me a whole bunch of rest and restoration. And if you don't listen to me, I'm going to make you sick and force you to be in bed. So we don't want that. No. So we're not going to drink the caffeine. Instead, when we're feeling burnt out, we're going to brew ourselves a nice cup of like soothing, relaxing, gentle tea that might even help us fall asleep. And we're going to go and sleep. Self-care. Sleep is the best meditation out there. And last but not least, we have from Nikita Gill, quote, "The universe wove you from a constellation just so every atom, every fiber in you comes from a different star." That sounds kind of nifty. You are a divine patchwork quilt, in other words. You're a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and you're a little bit of stardust in between, and a whole bunch of magic. So it says, reconnect with the creative influences you have been drawn to throughout your life and how they have affected the person you have become. So checking in with, what is it that you enjoy doing? That is that joy factor. Remember we had, with Soul Family and connecting with Soul Family, we had those dolphins in the background, and dolphins are always about pleasure. And so is it writing? Is it art? Is it singing? Is it going for walks in nature? Is it cooking? Is it looking for mushrooms? What is it? And do it. Do it. Didn't we have that card? Yes, we had. When it feels right, do it. So we're going to practice over and over again and keep doing things that feel good to us. So that is our read today. I'll do a quick review, and then I'm going to pull a card for Jessica here. And if anyone else wants a card pulled for them, now's the time to shoot it in there. So we're summoning our power back. We are allowing ourselves to cry. Okay, we are allowing ourselves to grieve. We are allowing all the emotions to come. We're going to balance between that place of self-doubt and hope and come back into, yes, I have times where I have doubt, and then hope brings me back to that central place because I am heading towards freedom. I am letting go of self-sacrifice. It's not something that I'm going to do anymore. I'm going to protect myself from any energies that aren't in alignment with me and my mission. And my mission is to break a whole bunch of karmic chains and cycles that have been on repeat through generational trauma and ancestral trauma for thousands of years. I'm saying no. I am saying this ends with me. It does not continue. I am not going to put onto my children that they shouldn't feel emotions, that they should be stoic. I'm going to not put onto my children the cycle of addiction. I'm not going to put onto my children. I declare freedom for all my ancestors moving forward from this point, because I am the one that's here to do this. And as I do this, I'm going to be in so much gratitude because Soul Tribe is coming in and letting us know that you're doing a good job and you're supported and you're loved. And we have absolute compassion for you through all of this. A reminder, there is hope ahead as long as we continue to set boundaries as we are allowing ourselves to be divinely guided and reparent ourselves through that maternal energy so that we can ascend into the higher realms and trust and have faith that the synchronicities are there to remind us that we are on the right path. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. You are doing it even when you think you're not doing it. In fact, that's when you're doing it the best. When you think you're not doing it, when you're like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be high vibes only, I'm crying. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're making yourself high vibes by releasing what no longer serves. And we're like edging ourselves closer and closer into that place of absolute authenticity by listening to our emotions. When it feels good, tingle, 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 we're going to do it. When it feels ick and like, no, thank you, we're going to create that boundary and like back off and walk a little bit away because we need to take care of ourselves first, which includes sleeping. Lots and lots of sleeping as necessary. Down with the caffeine, up with the sleeping. It's a total role reversal and opposite of everything that your ego thinks that you should be doing. And then we're going to reconnect with the cosmic beingness that we are, and that means we are creators. So what is it that you are wanting to create? And Jessica, I'm going to pull from you. Let's see here. Oh, this way, this way, this way. I'm going to pull, since I'm wearing my Harry Potter sweatshirt, I'm going to pull from the Harry Potter deck and see what magic needs to come in for you as your message, okay? And anybody else, as I said, now's the time to shout out a card. And then, let's see. Oh, wow, synchronicity. I experienced that a lot. Yes, yes. Lots of those angel numbers. So many figures and other signs happening. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. I am not crazy experiencing this. Oh, hells no, you're not crazy. That is the ultimate. It gets even wackier and more wonderful the further along that you experience these things, because then you start getting like duplicate messages in like more complex ways. The other day I was doing something on Facebook, and I wrote to somebody, "You got this," and then my friend tagged me in something, and she wrote on mine at the exact same time, "You got this." We wrote the same at the exact same time. "You got this," and so yeah, you got this too. We all got this. It is divinely orchestrated. We have to trust the process, and that's hard to do. But those, every time you see a little synchronicity, every time you see a little sign, just feel good, revel in for a little moment, and think of it as like somebody tapping you on the back going, "You got this. You got this." Okay, and for Jessica, Immobilis. Immobilis is the spell, the charm that comes up. And its purpose is to immobilize the target. So the card says, when Professor Gilderoy Lockhart releases, I don't know if you've seen these movies, but I have, releases Cornish pixies in his defense against the dark arts class, Hermione Granger casts this freezing charm to stun them, okay? So this says to me, there might be lots of energies around you that are coming in and wanting to kind of disrupt your apple cart a little bit. And so you're going to go, "No, boundaries. I have boundaries." Immobilis, as if you're sending a charm off to them and say, "You go take care of you. I'm going to do me over here quietly, peacefully, doing my own thing. And I'm not going to be affected by like the phonetic energies that other people have." Pixies have very like mischievous energies and can be a little sneaky and this and that. So be observant to the energies that are around you, those that are around you. And as you continue to up level yourself and get into your own authenticity and stand in your own power and call your power back, that might disrupt some around you. And if it does, that could be friends, family, work colleagues, contacts just at a grocery store that could be like, like they as light workers, we not only trigger positive influences in the world and sending it love, we also trigger people's shadow aspects. So that could be like their pixie energy of a little bit like a little bit undermined, a little bit, I'm gonna try to like pull you down a little bit mischievous. So yes, we're gonna be in the "I am unfazed by you. I am unfazed by you. I'm unfazed by you." So Immobilis is your card, darling. I hope that resonates with you. And so that is our reading today, everybody. Again, if anybody would like to donate an Oracle deck, the way to do that is in my description below. I have my Amazon wish lists, and it's always nice to have fresh cards. Otherwise, any donations to the channel, there is also a PayPal link below. I greatly appreciate all donations that are made towards my work so that I can keep this channel going. And I am sending you all my absolute love as we navigate through some frenetic energies, as we navigate through the shadow, as we navigate through like this year, and I'll keep repeating it over and over and over again, is never before seen energies. So every single planet except for Pluto that already just moved. So Pluto kicked it off and moved into Pisces energy, where it will be for the, Aquarius energies, where it'll be for like 20 years. Okay, so we're just at the very beginning. It is just barely kind of like getting the ball rolling. When you've got a ball and it stops, and then you try to move it the other way, it takes a little bit to get the ball rolling. So Pluto kicked it off, and now every other planet is going to go and move into a brand new energy. Okay, all of them. And now we're going, starting today, yesterday, we're going retrograde. So as these planets are about to move into a new sign, many of them are going into retrograde energy. So we have Venus in retrograde right now, which means, take care of yourself. Be that mothering energy, inner feminine energy. Be extra caring for ourselves through the shifts and changes right now. Mother the fuck out of yourself as we go through these highs and lows and stuff is expunged and purified and all the purges. Mother. Love yourself through this. We also have Mercury coming up on retrogrades, which could cause some conflict in communication with those others. Maybe that pixie-ish energy is going to be a little bit like, why do you do it like this? And you're going to be like, immobilis, I'm unaffected by you. So yes, this year is going to be all kinds of cuckoo. It is. And we just need to ride it out. And we are not alone. We are a community. And I am here for anybody that wants any assistance. So if you need a one-on-one booking to discuss any of the stuff that's coming up and you would like my services as an intuitive counselor, please reach out. If you would like to book a private oracle read, half an hour, just short oracle read and see what spirit has to say to you, please reach out. That all said, mwah. Sending you love, compassion, forgiveness, and all of the other delightful energies. Peace. Out. Oh, I just saw now. Yes, Hetty Van S would like a card. Okay, sorry. We're not leaving yet because I just saw this now. And I'm pulling from you from the Sea Oracle, darling. See? Soul Journeys. Soul Journeys for you is my final message today. And see, just go with the flow. That's what we do. We go with the flow. Okay, and so your message, honey, is allow. So we've had this come up in today's reading a little bit. Allow, may you soften into what is. I'm going to read that again for you, and I'll put it up because you can see the flow of energy here is fast flowing, fast moving, and we're going to allow ourselves to be taken. When we fight against this kind of I don't know if you've ever been taken by a wave, and if you try to fight against it, you can drown and get sputtered and overwhelmed. So we're going to allow ourselves to be taken because the shifts and changes that are going to happen might be sudden. They might be fast flowing. All of a sudden you find yourself in a totally different situation that you never predicted, and you're like, how did I even get here? And oh my God, I need time to integrate this. We need to allow ourselves as much as we can. Surrender, and surrender some more. May you soften into what is. So that's a very good question to ask yourself routinely is what is? What is the energy what is happening today? Not is what could be, not what it was, what is. And accepting what is very. Now I'm reminded to tell you the book Soul. Michael Singer is the author, and the book is the Untethered Soul. The Untethered Soul. So if you're looking for a good book to help you get into this energy of accepting what is, you want to allow yourself to read The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. It's on, or listen to it, audio, however you do your books. Highly recommend. Excellent. Okay. Lots of love to everybody and sending you all the best. Looking forward to hearing how you're all getting on over the next couple weeks. I will continue sending off, uploading my videos. And that all said, peace in. Peace in.